I prepared something special for this. Eldritch Roads! Take me home to the place I belong. You're welcome. What? What do you mean the flute and the what does it say now? Shut up, chat. Shut up. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. You should tell the story by flute. Oh. Are you ready for this, gamers? Are you ready for this, gamers? Pippa failed band. You know what? Actually, Pippa was pretty much ahead of everybody else in band until she got to a certain point. Then I was very behind. Piccolo's model, yep. Alright. I was reading! I bet your dogs understood me. Shut up, chat. Shut up. Today we are going to be reading Pokemans Mario. Pippa! People are looking at me weird in the car next to me. What the hell are you looking at? How are they doing in the car next to you? Are they still looking at you? Are they still looking at you? I bet they're looking away really quickly right about now. Shut up, electrician! Shut up. Is this the cutest rabbit? It is she, the cutest rabbit. The cutest rabbit. I have a harmonica somewhere. I don't know where though. Somewhere.
Needn't think I'm crazy, Elliot. Plenty of others have queerer prejudices.
Okay, I can't read in that voice. I will destroy my throat.
Smoker
Hot!
Aura, aura. Aura, aura.
I know. Sign me up. What am I doing in Face Connect? I belong in 𝐵𝑗𝑗𝐻𝑗𝐿.
Aura, aura.
Aura, aura! No, no, no.
Aura, aura.
The shade! No, I'm saying 𝐵𝑗𝑗𝐻 very, very sexy bling bling. Pippa? Very sexy bling bling. Ow, ow.
Aura, aura.
Boing boing. Me no boing boing. I'm a rabbit. All rabbits do is boing boing. Sounds like my smoker ant. Oh Jesus. Pippa cannot be contained in any agency. Oh man, Face Connect's trying. Face Connect's trying. Sorry, but Pippa Peton. Pet on Pippa's head? That's right, chat. Apply your hand to my head. Apply your hand to my head and deliver forth the head pats. Doing it? Did you shower? That's besides the point. That's besides the point! Let me get my gloves first. What the? I don't want to flip. You get the shit. I got the shampoo right. What? This isn't bath time, chat. This isn't bath. Oh my god! When everybody else was in school, did your classmates ever do the thing where like whoever was the bully victim of that week, when the lice people came in, when the people who check for head lice came in, there would always be that bully that would walk up to the paper, look at it, and be like, And then they'd walk over and they'd be like, so Lindsay has head lice. Ew! Wow, you guys didn't have head lice, people? You guys didn't, what? What is this rabbit talk? You got, what? We did. Oh. You like literally live in a South Park episode. You got Zoomers don't know. Oh my god. What's going on in American school? Excuse you, I am from FaZe World. Zoomers only. Okay, let's start reading. Let's start reading. All right, we've 16 minutes. That's enough time for everybody to have gotten in here. I think my sister got it, and it was spooky. Oh, 1960. Not that old. Pippa. 3. Bro, are you okay right now? I'm okay, Andre. I'm okay. Back in the 1700s, when life... Shut up. No, don't add a 0 to that. That's 𝚘𝚘𝚗. That's 𝚘𝚘𝚗. 𝚘𝚘𝚗's our 30-year-old lollipapa. FBI called. When I talk like this and I keep... You want... What do I think? Tunnel! I'm streaming in a tunnel! Real Skype experience! Okay, now repeat that. I'm streaming in a tunnel. Sorry, I'm going through a... Alright. We shall begin reading. What is the background sound you got? Oh, I forgot to turn it off. Ah, loud! Pippa going 130 down the tunnel with no headlights at night. Let's go! I think I'm having a stroke. Day 24. The story still hasn't begun. CIA Let us begin reading! You needn't think I'm crazy, Ellie. Plenty of others have queerer prejudices than this. Why, don't you laugh at Oliver's grandfather, who won't ride in a motor? If I don't like that damned subway, it's my own business. And we got here more quickly anyhow in the taxi. We'd have had to walk up the hill from Park Street if we'd taken the car. I know I'm more nervous than I was when you saw me last year. But you don't need to hold a clinic over it. There's plenty of reason, God knows. And I fancy I'm lucky to be sane at all. Why, the third degree, you didn't used to be so inquisitive. Well, if you must hear it, I don't know why you shouldn't. Maybe you ought to. Anyhow, for you kept writing me like a grieved parent when you'd heard I'd begun to cut the art club and keep away from Pikmin. Now that he's disappeared, I go around to the club once in a while, but my nerves aren't what they were. Oh, have any of you read this? No in chat. No, I don't know what's become of Pikmin, and I don't like to guess. You might have surmised I had some inside information when I dropped him. And that's why I don't want to think where he's gone. Let the police find what they can. It won't be much, judging from the fact they don't know yet of the old North End place he hired under the name of Peters. We can Good point. I'm not sure that I could find it again myself. Not that I'd ever try, even in broad daylight. Yes, I do know, or I'm afraid I know, why he maintained it. I'm coming to that. And I think you'll understand before I'm through why I don't tell the police. They would ask me to guide them, but I couldn't go back there even if I knew the way. There was something there, and now I can't use the subway or, may as well have your laugh at this too, go down into cellars anymore. The music gives us a whole new atmosphere. Sorry, should we do spooky music? Should we do a spooky music? I would like to think you'd have known I didn't drop Pikmin for the same silly reasons that fussy old women like Dr. Read or Joe Minot or Bosworth did. Morbid art doesn't shock me. And when a man has the genius Pikmin had, I feel it an honor to know him, no matter what direction his work takes. Boston never had a greater painter than Richard Upton Pikmin. I said it at first and I say it still. And I never swerved an inch either when he eschewed that goal-feeding, that you remember was when Minot cut him. Rolling for sanity! You know, it takes profound art and profound insight into nature to turn out stuff like Pikmin's. Any magazine cover hack can splash paint around wildly and call it a nightmare, or a witch's Sabbath, or a portrait of the devil. But only a great... I can't, I'm sorry! Oh, yeah. Halloween, copyright free. I hope you didn't come here to listen to a serious reading, okay? I seriously enjoy this story. When I started it before, I seriously enjoy it. I get distracted very easily. Is this what Lovecraft written this ad? Yes. Alright. But only a great painter can make such a thing really scare or ring true. That's because only a real artist knows the actual anatomy of the terrible, or the physiology of fear. The exact sort of lines and proportions that connect up with the latent instincts or hereditary memories of fright, and the proper color contrast and lighting effects to stir the dormant sense of strangeness. I don't have to tell you why 𝚘𝚘𝚕𝚔 really brings a shiver, while a cheap ghost story frontispiece merely makes us laugh. There's something those fellows catch beyond life that they're able to make us catch for a second. Dore had it, 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 had it, and 𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚗 of Chicago has it, and Pikmin had it as no man ever had it before, or, I hope to heaven, ever will again. Don't ask me what it is they see. You know, in ordinary art, there's all the difference in the world between the vital, breathing things drawn from nature, or models and the artificial truck that commercial small fry reel off in a bare studio by rule. Well, I should say that the really weird artist has a kind of vision which makes models, or summons up what amounts to actual scenes from the spectral world he lives in. Topaz. Anyhow, he manages to turn out results that differ from the pretender's mince pie dreams in just about the same way that the life painter's results differ from the concoctions of a correspondence school cartoonist. If I had ever seen what Pikmin saw, but no. Here, let's have a drink before we get any deeper. God, I wouldn't be alive if I'd ever seen what that man, if he was a man, saw. You recall that Pikmin's forte was faces. I don't believe anybody since Goya could put so much of sheer hell into a set of features or a twist of expression. And before Goya, you have to go back to the medieval chaps who did the gargoyles and chimeras on Notre Dame and Mont Saint-Michel. They believe all sorts of things, and maybe they saw all sorts of things too. For the Middle Ages, they believed... Middle Ages had some curious phases. I remember you were asking Pikmin yourself once. The year before you went away, wherever it thunder, he got such ideas and visions. Wasn't that a nasty laugh he gave you? It was partly because of that laugh that Read dropped them. Read, you know, had just taken up comparative pathology and was full of pompous inside stuff about the biological or evolutionary significance of this or that, mental or physical symptom. Said Pikmin repelled him more and more every day, and almost frightened him toward the last. That the fellow's features and expression were slowly developing in a way he didn't like, in a way that wasn't human. He had a lot of talk about diet, and said Pikmin must be abnormal and eccentric to the last degree. I suppose you told Read, if you and he had any correspondence over it, that he'd let Pikmin's paintings get on his nerves or harrow up his imagination. I know I told him that myself, then. Well, he was the Pip-Boy's dad, what? Pikmin Pippa? Shut up. Shut up. mind that I didn't drop Pikmin for anything like this. On the contrary, my admiration for him kept growing, for that ghoul feeding was a tremendous achievement. As you know, the club wouldn't exhibit it, and the Museum of Fine Arts wouldn't accept it as a gift. And I can add that nobody would buy it. The Pikmin had it right in his house till he went. Now his father has it in Salem. You know, Pikmin comes of old Salem stock, and had a witch ancestor hanged in 1692. Hey, I saw an ad. Hello! Not again. Hello, people who came here from the advertisement. That I told Sakana was a reference to something, and he was like, what? And I was like, oh well. But keep in mind that I didn't drop Pikmin for anything like this. On the contrary, my admiration for him kept growing. For that ghoul feeding, what? Wait. I already read that. Sorry. Whoa! My Yoshi isn't gliding! Am I? No, I'm not! Getting more views. Nice ad. You're welcome! You can read. Shut up. I got into the habit of calling on Pikmin quite often, especially after I began making notes for a monograph on weird art. Probably it was his work which he put the idea into my head. And anyhow, I found him a mine of data and suggestions when I came to develop it. He showed me all his paintings and drawings he had about, including some pen and ink sketches that would, I verily believe, have gotten him kicked out of the club if many of the members had seen them. For long, I was pretty nearly a devotee, and would listen for hours like a schoolboy to art theories and philosophic speculations wild enough to qualify him for the Danvers Asylum. My hero worship, coupled with the fact that people generally were commencing to have less and less to do with him, made him get very confidential with me. And one evening, he hinted that if I were fairly close-mouthed and none too squeamish, he might show me something rather unusual. Something a bit stronger than anything he had in the house. You know, he said, there are things that won't do for Newbury Street. Things that are out of place here and that can't be conceived here anyhow. It's my business to catch the overtones of the soul, and you won't find those in a parvenu set of artificial streets on made land. Back Bay isn't Boston. It isn't anything yet, because it's had no time to pick up memories and attract local spirits. If there are any ghosts here, they're the tame ghosts of a salt marsh and a shallow cove. And I want human ghosts. The ghosts of beings highly organized enough to have looked on hell and know the meaning of what they saw. The place for an artist to live is the North End. If any aesthete were sincere, he'd put up with the slums for the sake of the mass traditions. Good our God, man, don't you realize that places like that weren't merely made, but actually grew? Generation after generation lived and felt and died there, and in days when people weren't afraid to live and feel and die. Don't you know there was a mill on Copp's Hill in 1632? And that half the present streets were laid out by 1650. I can show you houses that have stood 2 centuries and a half and more. Houses that have witnessed what would make a modern house crumble into powder. What do moderns know of life and the forces behind it? Call the Salem witchcraft a delusion, but I'll wager my 4 times great-grandmother could have told you things. They hanged her on Gallows Hill, with Cotton Mather looking sanctimoniously on. Mather, damn him, was afraid somebody might succeed in kicking free of this accursed cage of monotony. I wish someone had laid a spell on him or sucked his blood in the night. I can show you a house he lived in, and I can show you another one he was afraid to enter in spite of all his fine bull talk. He knew things he didn't dare put into that stupid Magnalia or that puerile wonders of the invisible world. Look here. Do you know the whole North End once had a set of tunnels that kept certain people in touch with each other's houses? And the burying ground and the sea. Let them prosecute and persecute above ground. Things went on every day that they couldn't reach. The voices laughed at night that they couldn't place. God, I hope so, Dersey. You planning on reading the Dream Quest? Dream Quest if unknown Cutest. What is that? Dream Quest if Ah? How long is it? How do you not know Dream Quest? I don't know Dream Quest. I'm sorry. I don't. This is my introduction to Lovecraft. The Lovecraft. Shut up. Don't bother. It's long as hell. See your browser, Pippa. I know. It's not too short. It's kind of long. Read Morpheus. It's Dream Cycle, but far less long. One man, out of 10 surviving houses built before 1700, and not moved since I'll wager that in 8, I can show you something queer in the cellar. There's hardly a month that you don't read of workmen finding bricked-up arches and wells leading nowhere in this or that old place as it comes down. You could see one near Henchman Street from the elevated last year. The way this man talks is very strange. There were witches, and what their spells summoned, pirates, and what they brought in from the sea, smugglers, privateers, and I tell you, people knew how to live, and how to enlarge the bounds of life in the old times. This wasn't the only world a bold and wise man could know. Fa! And to think of today in contrast, with such pale pink brains that even a club of supposed artists gets shudders and convulsions if a picture goes beyond the feelings of a Beacon Street tea table. The only saving grace of the present is that it's too damn stupid to question the past very closely. What do maps and records and guidebooks really tell of the North End? Bah! At a guess, I'll guarantee to lead you to 30 or 40 alleys and networks of alleys north of Prince Street that aren't suspected by 10 living beings outside of the foreigners that swarm them. And what do those daggos know of their meaning? No, Thurber, these ancient places are dreaming gorgeously and overflowing with wonder and terror and escapes from the commonplace. And yet there's not a living soul to understand or profit by them. Or rather, there's only one living soul, for I haven't been digging around in the past for nothing. Dago. Dago. Dagos. Dago. What is Dago? Ah! Oh! Oops! Susan, don't look! Susan, don't look! God damn it. See here, you're interested in this sort of thing. What if I told you that I've got another studio up there, where I can catch the night spirit of antique horror and paint things that I couldn't even think of in Newbury Street? Naturally, I don't tell those cursed old maids at the club, with Read, damn him, whispering even as it is that I am sort of a monster bound down the toboggan of reverse evolution. Yes, Thurber, I decided long ago that one must paint terror as well as beauty from life. So I did some exploring in places where I had reason to know terror lives. I've got a place that I don't believe three living Nordic men besides myself have ever seen. It isn't so far from the elevated as distance goes. Did I read this? No. But it's centuries away as the soul goes. I took it because of the queer old brick well in the cellar. One of the sort I told you about. The shack's almost tumbling down, so that nobody else would live there. And I'd hate to tell you how little I pay for it. The windows are boarded up, but I like that all the better, since I don't want daylight for what I do. I paint in the cellar, where the inspiration is thickest. But I've got the other rooms furnished on the ground floor. A Sicilian owns it, and I've hired it under the name of Peters. Jennifer, thank you for the $5. Roses are red, violets are blue. 2D women love Cthulhu. Now, if you're game, take you there tonight. I think you'd enjoy the pictures. For as I said, I've let myself go a bit there. It's no vast tour. I sometimes do it on foot, for I don't want to attract attention with a taxi in such a place. We can take the shuttle at the South Station for Battery Street, and after that, the walk isn't much. Well, Elliot, there wasn't much for me to do after that harangue, but to keep myself from running instead of walking for the first vacant cab we could sight, we changed to the elevated at South Station, and at about 12 o'clock, had climbed down the steps at Battery Street and struck along the old waterfront past Constitution Wharf. I didn't keep track of the cross streets. Can't tell you yet which it was we turned up, but I know it wasn't Greeno Lane. The hell are you going on about, chat? Arrived late, but hello. Hi, Jaeger! There's a race of mutated rabbit people, but they come from the tabletop RPG. Oh. When we did turn, it was to climb through the deserted length of the oldest and dirtiest alley I ever saw in my life. With crumbling-looking gables, broken small-paned windows, and archaic chimneys that stood out half disintegrated against the moonlit sky, I don't believe there were 3 houses in sight that hadn't been standing in Cotton Mather's time. Certainly, I glimpsed at least 2 with an overhang, and once I thought I saw a peaked roof line of the almost forgotten pre-Gamble type, though antiquarians tell us that there were none left in Boston. Pippa, you should already know that chat is insane. That's true. It's very true. From that alley, which had a dim light, we turned to the left into an equally silent and still narrower alley with no light at all, and in a minute made what I think was an obtuse, angled bend toward the right in the dark. Not long after this, Pikmin produced a flashlight and revealed an... Oh.
Antediluvian.
Antediluvian? 10-panel door that looked damnably worm-eaten. Unlocking it, he ushered me into a barren hallway with what was once splendid dark oak paneling. Simple, of course, but thrillingly suggestive of the times of Andros and Phipps in the witchcraft. Then he took me through a door on the left, lighted an oil lamp, and told me to make myself at home. Or the flood. How do you guys know all this stuff? Now, Elliot, I'm what the man in the street would call fairly hard-boiled, but I'll confess that what I saw on the walls of that room gave me a bad turn. They were his pictures, you know, the ones he couldn't paint or even show in Newbury Street. And he was right when he said he had let himself go. Here, have another drink. I don't need one anyhow. There's no use in my trying to tell you what they were like, because the awful, the blasphemous, horror, The blasphemous horror and the unbelievable loathsomeness and moral fauteur came from the simple touches quite beyond the power of words to classify. There was none of the exotic technique you see in Sydney While we're looking stuff up, I don't know who this is. Horror painter. How do you pronounce his name? Interesting. None of the Saturnian landscapes and lunar fungi that Clark Ashton Smith uses to freeze the blood. The backgrounds were mostly old churchyards, deep woods, cliffs by the sea, brick tunnels, ancient paneled rooms, or simple vaults of masonry. Top's Hill burying ground, which could not be many blocks away from this very house, was a favorite scene. Lovecraft was married and his wife said he was okay in bed. Cat, what the hell? Chat, what the hell? Why do you want to know how Lovecraft was in bed, chat? You getting some ideas? Getting some ideas, chat? Hell's wrong with you, chat? The madness and monstrosity lay in the figures in the foreground, for Pickman's morbid art was preeminently one of the demonic portraiture. So bad at reading. These figures were seldom completely human, but often approached humanity in varying degree. Most of the bodies, while roughly bipedal, had a forward slumping and a vaguely canine cast. The texture of the majority was a kind of unpleasant rubberiness. Ah, how I can see them now. Their occupations? Well, don't ask me to be too precise. They were usually feeding. I won't say on what. They were sometimes shown in groups in cemeteries or underground passages, and often appeared to be in battle over their prey, or rather, their treasure trove. And what damnable expressiveness Pickman sometimes gave the sightless faces of this carnal booty. Occasionally, the things were shown leaping through open windows at night or squatting on the chests of sleepers, worrying at their throats. One canvas showed a ring of them, baying about a hanged witch on Gallows Hill, whose dead face held a close kinship to theirs. But don't get the idea that it was all this hideous business of theme and setting which struck me faint. Not a 3-year-old kid. And I'd seen much like this before. It was the faces, Elliot. Those accursed faces that leered and slavered out of the canvas with the very breath of life. By God, man, I verily believe they were alive. That nauseous wizard had waked the fires of hell in pigment, and his brush had been a nightmare-spawning wand. Give me that decanter, Elliot. There was one thing called the lesson, heaven pity me, that I ever saw it. Listen, can you fancy a squatting circle of nameless dog-like things in a churchyard teaching a small child how to feed like themselves? The price of a changeling, I suppose. You know the old myth about how the weird people leave their spawn in cradles in exchange for the human babes they steal. Pickman was showing what happens to those stolen babes, how they grow up, and then I began to see a hideous relationship in the faces of the human and non-human figures. He was, in all his gradations of morbidity, between the frankly non-human and the degradedly human, establishing a sardonic linkage in evolution. Those dog things were developed from mortals. And no sooner had I wondered what he made of their own young, as left with mankind in the form of changelings, then my eye caught a picture embodying that very thought. It was that of an ancient Puritan interior, heavily beamed room with lattice windows, a settle, and a clumsy 17th century furniture, with the family sitting about while the father read from the scriptures. Every face but one showed nobility and reverence. That one reflected the mockery of the pits. It was that of a young man in years, and no doubt belonged to a supposed son of that pious father. But in the essence, it was the kin of the unclean things. It was their changeling. And in a spirit of supreme irony, Pickman had given the features a very perceptible resemblance to his own. By this time, Pickman had lighted a lamp in an adjoining room and was politely holding open the door for me, asking me if I would care to see his modern studies. I hadn't been able to give him much of my opinions. I was too speechless with fright and loathing, but I think he fully understood and felt highly complimented. And now I want to assure you again, Elliot, that I'm no mollycoddle to scream at anything which shows a bit of departure from the usual. I'm middle-aged and decently sophisticated, and I guess you saw enough of me in France to know that I'm not easily knocked out. Remember, too, that I just about recovered my wind and gotten used to those frightful pictures which turned colonial New England into a kind of annex of hell. Well, in spite of all this, that next room forced a real scream out of me, and I had to clutch at the doorway to keep from keeling over. The other chamber had shown a pack of ghouls and witches overrunning the world of our forefathers, but this one brought the horror right into our own daily life. God, how that man could paint! There was a study called Subway Accident, in which a flock of the vile things were clambering up from some unknown catacomb through a crack in the floor of the Boylston Street subway, attacking a crowd of people on the platform. Another showed a dance on Copp's Hill among the tombs, with the background of today. Then there were any number of cellar views, with monsters creeping in through holes and rifts in the masonry and grinning as they squatted behind barrels of furnaces and waited for their first victim to descend the stairs. One disgusting canvas seemed to depict a vast cross-section of Beacon Hill, with ant-like armies of the mephitic monsters squeezing themselves through burrows that honeycombed through the ground. Dances in the modern cemeteries were freely pictured. And another conception somehow shocked me more than all the rest. A scene in an unknown vault, where scores of the beasts crowded about one who held a well-known Boston guidebook, and was evidently reading it aloud. All were pointing a certain passage, and every face seemed so distorted with epileptic and reverberant laughter that I almost thought I heard the fiendish echoes. The title of the picture was Holmes, Lowell, and Longfellow Lie Buried in Mount Auburn. As I gradually steadied myself and got readjusted to the second room of deviltry and morbidity, I began to analyze some of the paintings in my sickening loathing. In the first place, I said to myself, these things repelled me because of the utter inhumanity and callous cruelty they showed in Pickman. The fellow must be a relentless enemy of all mankind to take such glee in the torture of brain and flesh and the degradation of the mortal tenement. In the second place, they were terrified because of their very greatness. Their art was the art that convinced. When we saw the pictures, we saw the demons themselves and were afraid of them. The queer part was, Pickman got none of his power from the use of selectiveness or bizarrerie. Nothing was blurred, distorted, or conventionalized. Outlines were sharp and lifelike. Details were almost painfully defined. And the faces. Really interesting, chat. Really interesting. I'm gonna go on a brief tangent here, but I find it very interesting that that's something we get told a lot, you know. A lot of YouTube analysts and stuff express that a lot of shut up, chat. A lot of horror is the unknown. That's why, certain things like Slenderman can be so startling because you can't really, make out what it is, and that's why some, ghost pictures and stuff can particularly scare people because it's just uncanny enough. So it's interesting that, Lovecraft's, I guess depiction of somebody who depicts horror himself in a visual format. Clarifies this. He clarifies that there is no blurriness or blurriness. There's no distortion. There's no. I'm assuming what he meant by conventionalized was like, you know, like portraits of witches and stuff. You know, they'll look sort of human, but there'll be something just off about them. The outlines were sharp and lifelike, and details were almost painfully defined, and the faces. Really interesting, you know? Oh, I follow quite a bit of horror artists on Twitter. And as much as I love horror art, I do feel like this is something that a lot of them fall into, you know? Is you make something very human and then you just distort it a little bit. I.e., the faces look like they are real despite your mind refusing to believe that what you're seeing could exist. Interesting. Recommend some horror artists. We'll take a look. There's a guy that did Siren Head. Pretty famous, and he has a lot of other monsters and stuff he's done. Much of horror art looks the same and not very scary. My problem with a lot of horror art is a lot of it's like a very dark scene, and then there's like a vaguely human outline or whatever, and the eyes are very pronounced. That tends to be the bulk of things. The cursed Pippa art, that's uncanny. Yeah, that's uncanny. Hieronymus Bosch. Geiger. Pinsky. Detail doesn't always make things better, but good detail is amazing. I think what's interesting about detail, chat, is you're not leaving anything up to the imagination. If you can do detail well, and you can make something look extremely realistic, then I think that's more frightening than something that you have to let dwell in your own mind, you know? Because then you're the one doing the work. Xenomorph from Alien is based on H.R. Geiger's work. Not exactly horror. Oh, I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Wait, what? No, definitely disagree on that one. You're free to disagree, but I think it's more interesting when I think stuff being left to the imagination is good with like written works and storytelling. Suggestion, write a horror story. I don't think I'd be very good at it. Worst horror for me is Uncanny Valley stuff. It feels so unsettling for no apparent reason. I think what's more interesting... Stuff that directly unsettles you, you know? I feel like horror is kind of like, horror is kind of like dopamine. might eat a piece of candy, and it's your favorite. It's the best flavor you've ever tasted. But then, the more and more you eat of that candy, the less dopamine your brain releases because you're getting used to it. That's why some horror, I think, maybe isn't as interesting to me anymore. But I don't know, maybe the final form of horror is like real body stuff, you know? But maybe not. There's a lot of... I don't know. I don't know what goes into true horror. Because if you've ever seen like a real dead body, you know, it doesn't always look real. Blood and guts and stuff, they don't really look how they look in a lot of movies and everything. Although maybe there's a secret to true horror in there, you know? There's a difference between gore and horror. See dead bodies, Pippa. I've seen a lot of dead bodies. They look real, but movies and games have tainted our view of them. Yeah. So happy to find this channel, I can listen to it in the background. Huh. In real life. No, not in real life. Plus, Edwards has some dope art. Gonna be another title change. No, we're gonna keep reading. I'm curious. Curious your thoughts on different IRL, silly. I've only seen stuff from like Live Leak and Best Gore, and the random shit that pops up on Facebook sometimes. Pippa's the Zodiac Killer. I used to have some really, like, twisted friends, though. I used to have some really twisted friends, and they'd send me, like, cartel footage and stuff. Live Leak is no more, I heard. Is Live Leak down? What good friends? Me-chan! I'm not talking about Me-chan, by the way. Everyone has that one edgy friend. Clothes, it's gone. Yeah, sad. You're branded. Me-chan, I'm saying you're a good friend. You don't send me don't send me videos of people literally dying. I feel like it would be, Pippa, you are now that one edgy friend! No! No, I only send like Chris-chan and stuff. Did not send me cowboy pictures in DM. I will. I will. I want handsome cowboy in DM. You never send. I will send you handsome cowboys. What kind of cowboy pictures? 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch! Sorry. I have a tick. I don't know. Wonder what the secret is to horror. Can real stuff really be that scary in this day and age? Maybe after this we should look at some like spooky YouTube videos or something. Ram Ranch under siege. I get scared pretty easily, funnily enough. But it's never like the exact contents of whatever it is that scares me. Like I don't watch a movie with a movie monster in it. I'm like, oh my god, that movie monster, gremlins! The gremlins are gonna come kill me. But it's more like it triggers my anxiety. Then I end up nervous that, like, if I close my eyes and then open them, there's gonna be like something standing there, someone standing there, and they're gonna kill me. Vsauce determined that the most scary thing is asphyxia. 𝚗𝚘𝚗-𝚘𝚏𝚘𝚗 has some incredible art. The name is very familiar. Is this... That feeling is normal, Pippa. I think so too. True horror is a full-time job. Local 58, what is that? I'm gonna keep reading. It was not any mere artist's interpretation that we saw. It was pandemonium itself. Crystal clear and stark objectivity. That was it, by heaven. I read that terribly. Local 58 is a bunch of spooky YouTube videos. We'll have to check it out. I'm gonna redo this. It was not any mere artist's interpretation that we saw. It was pandemonium itself. Crystal clear and stark objectivity. That was it, by heaven. The man was not a fantasist or romanticist at all. He did not even try to give us the churning prismatic ephemera of dreams, but coldly and sardonically reflected some stable, mechanistic, and well-established horror world, which he saw fully, brilliantly, squarely, and unfalteringly. God knows what that world could have been or can have been. Where he ever glimpsed the blasphemous shapes that eloped and trotted and crawled through it. But whatever the baffling source of his images, one thing was plain. Pickman was in every sense, in conception and in execution, a thorough, painstaking, and almost scientific realist. My host was now leading the way down cellar to his actual studio, and I braced myself for some hellish effects among the unfinished canvases. As we reached the bottom of the damp stairs, he turned his flashlight to a corner of the large, open space at hand, revealing the circular brick curb of what was evidently a great well in the earthen floor. We walked nearer, and I saw that it must be 5 feet across, with walls a good foot thick and some 6 inches above the ground level. Solid work of the 17th century, or I was much mistaken. That Pickman said was the kind of thing he had been talking about. An aperture of the network of tunnels that used to undermine the hill. I noticed idly that it did not seem to be bricked up, and that a heavy disc of wood formed the apparent cover. Thinking of the things this well must have been connected with if Pickman's wild hints had not been mere rhetoric, shivered slightly, then turned to follow him up a step and through a narrow door into a room of fair size, provided with a wooden floor and furnished as a studio. An acetylene gas outfit gave the light for necessary for work. Ted, have you ever seen one of those wells before? I've lived in a few areas that were more on the historical side. I've seen some houses that are like they don't have floors. The house is just built up. There's no floor or anything. The house itself is still sturdy, and seeing all like the furniture inside is rather interesting. And then seeing like outhouses and stuff. The house itself not having a bathroom. But these wells are actually quite spooky. Old house well. Stuff like this. Although some of them you walk up to them and they're not covered by anything. They're just out in the open. They'll have boards over them that have rotted down. People used to put big wooden boards over them, and sometimes they'd line it with brick. Or they'd put it in little houses like this. Houses like this. And it's really uncomfortable. Because sometimes you look down and you break out the flashlight and you just can't see the way down. It's like a fun spot to play as a kid. Walls are usually out in the open. Maybe it was in the open before and someone built over it over time. Lived in the house with an uncovered septic tank. No, that doesn't count. I've never actually seen anything like this before. I don't think where I live anybody went through the bother of doing fancy stuff like that. I've always seen stuff like this. You just walk into a room and just a black pit. Makes you wonder. Wonder how many people back in the day would like stumble into these. And do you think it was common to check the wells first? If somebody went missing, do you think people would go and check the wells? When I did my social service after college, I went to the countryside, and those wells were very common. An old joke for a reason, probably. Read the original The Ring novel, it's very good. What kind of idiot falls into a well? I mean, when you're drunk. While indoor plumbing was invented in the 1840s, it wasn't nearly commonplace during the time Lovecraft lived. Falling down into latrines happened too. Those would also be deadly, since the fumes would remove any oxygen. Oh god. I can imagine it, you know? A lot of those old porta potties go when you sit down and it's just like a piece of wood with a hole in it. Imagine over time if like the wood decayed enough or whatever, you could really just fall in, I bet. Falling into rivers drunk is fun. Guys ever go catch crayfish in the river? Fun. Hello, Josh Kaposh. Anyways, back to the story. The unfinished pictures on easels or propped against the walls were as ghastly as the finished ones upstairs, and showed the painstaking methods of the artist. Scenes were blocked out with extreme care, and penciled guide lines told of the minute exactitude which Pickman used in getting the right perspective and proportions. The man was great. Say it even now, knowing as much as I do. A large camera on the table excited my notice, and Pickman told me that he used it in taking scenes for backgrounds, so he might paint them from photographs in the studio instead of carting his outfit around the town for this or that reel. Thought a photograph quite as good as an actual scene or model for sustained work. He declared he employed them regularly. There was something very disturbing about the nauseous sketches and half-finished monstrosities that leered around from every side of the room. And when Pickman suddenly unveiled a huge canvas on the side away from the light, I could not for my life keep back a loud scream. The second I had admitted that night, it echoed and echoed through the dim vaultings of that ancient and nitrous cellar, and I had to choke back a flood of reaction that threatened to burst out as hysterical laughter. Merciful Creator, Elliot, but I don't know how much was real and how much was feverish fancy. It doesn't seem to me that Earth can hold a dream like that. was a colossal and nameless blasphemy with glaring red eyes, and it held in bony claws a thing that had been a man, gnawing at the head as a child nibbles at a stick of candy. Position was a kind of crouch. As one looked, one felt that at any moment it might drop its present prey, take a juicier morsel. But damn it all, it wasn't even the fiendish subject that had made it such an immortal fountainhead of panic, of all panic. Not that, nor the dog, face with its pointed ears, bloodshot eyes, flat nose, and drooling lips. It wasn't the scaly claws, nor the mold-caked body, nor the half-hooved feet. None of these, though any of them might well have driven an excitable man to madness. It was the technique, Elliot. The cursed, the impious, the unnatural technique. As I am a living being, I've never elsewhere saw that actual breath of life so fused into a canvas. The morning was there. It glared and gnawed and gnawed and glared. And I knew that only a suspension of nature's laws could ever let a man paint a thing like that without a model. Without some glimpse of the netherworld, which no mortal unsold to the fiend has ever had. Pinned with a thumbtack to a vacant part of the canvas was a piece of paper now badly curled up. Probably, I thought, a photograph from which Pikmin meant to paint a background as hideous as the nightmare it was to enhance. I reached out to uncurl and look at it, when suddenly I saw Pikmin start as if shot. He had been listening with peculiar intensity ever since my shocked scream had awakened unaccustomed echoes in the dark cellar. And now he seemed struck with a fright which, though not comparable to my own, had in it more of the physical than the spiritual. He drew a revolver and motioned to me in silence. Then stepped out into the main cellar and closed the door behind him. I think I was paralyzed for an instant. Imitating Pikmin's listening, I fancied I heard a faint scurrying sound somewhere. A series of squeals or bleats in a direction I couldn't determine. I thought of huge rats and shuddered. Then there came a subdued sort of clatter, somehow set me all in goose flesh. A furtive groping kind of clatter, though I can't attempt to convey what I mean in words. It was like a heavy wood falling on stone or brick, wood on brick. What did that make me think of? Came again and louder. It was a vibration as if the wood had fallen farther than it had fallen before. After that followed a sharp grating noise, a shouted gibberish from Pikmin, and the deafening discharge of all 6 chambers of a revolver, fired spectacularly as a lion tamer might fire in the air for effect. Muffled squeal or squawk. The thud. Then more wood and brick grating, a pause, and then the opening of the door. At which I'll confess, I started violently. Pikmin reappeared with his smoking weapon, cursing the bloated rats that infested the ancient wall. The deuce knows what they eat, Thurber, he grinned. For those arcade tunnels touch graveyard and witch den and sea coast. But whatever it is, it must have run short, for they were devilish anxious to get out. Your yelling stirred them up, I fancy. Better be cautious in these old places. Our rodent friends are the one drawback, though I sometimes think they're a positive asset by the way of atmosphere and color. Well, Elliot, that was the end of the night's adventure. Pikmin had promised to show me the place, and heaven knows he had done it. He led me out of that tangle of alleys in another direction, it seems, for when we sighted the lamppost we were in a half-familiar street with monotonous rows of mingled tenement blocks and old houses. Charter Street, it turned out to be, but I was too flustered to notice just where we hit it. We were too late for the elevated, and walked back downtown through the Hanover Street. I remember that walk. Switched from Tremont up to Beacon, and Pikmin left at the corner of Joy where I turned off. I never spoke to him again. Why did I drop him? Don't be impatient. Wait till I ring for coffee. Had enough of the other stuff. But I, for one, need something. But it wasn't the paintings I saw in that place. Though I swear, they were enough to get him ostracized in 9/10 of the homes and clubs of Boston. And I guess he won't wonder why I have to steer clear of subways and cellars. It was something I found in my coat the next morning. You know, the curled up paper tacked to that frightful canvas in the cellar. I thought it was a photograph of some scene he meant to use as a background for that monster. The last scare I had come while I was reaching to uncurl it. It seems I had vacantly crumpled into my pocket. Here's the coffee. Take it black, Elliot, if you're wise. Yes, that paper was the reason I dropped Pickman. Richard Upton Pickman, the greatest artist I have ever known. The foulest being that ever leaped the bounds of life into the pits of myth and madness. Fish, thank you for the $4. Imagine if there's no stream, no chat, and this is all a delusion while you're waiting in the Greene County Jail to be set. Shut up. It wasn't strictly Elliot. Old Reed was right. He wasn't strictly human. Either he was born in strange shadow, or he'd found a way to unlock the forbidden gate. It's all the same now, or he's gone. Back into the fabulous darkness he loved to haunt. Here. Let's have the chandelier going. Don't ask me to explain or even conjecture about what I burned. Don't ask me either what lay behind that mole-like scrambling Pickman was so keen to pass off as rats. There are secrets, you know, which might have come down from old Salem times. And Cotton Mather tells even stranger things. You know how damned lifelike Pickman's paintings were? How we all wondered where he got those faces. That paper wasn't a photograph of any background after all. What it showed was simply the monstrous being he was painting on that awful canvas. It was the model he was using, and its background was merely the wall of the cellar studio in minute detail. But by God, Elliot, it was a photograph from real life. Ba ba ba! All right. Do a fantastic job with dramatic readings. Get into it. Love Pippa's book club. Look forward to more. Well, thank you. Thank you for the 1337. I do better when I've already read something. trying to judge tone and intent and stuff, or even know who's talking sometimes can be very difficult. And I hope I'm not too gaudy with it either. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now what was that? What was that channel you guys were talking about? Local 58? Pea Party is a very cute bunny VTuber, by the way. If you guys want to go check her out. Party's very cute. I saw you in the waiting room. Yeah, turn off this background noise. Watching Local 58. I'm gonna take a look-see. One of these is the best, would you say? Well, there's not that many. Quite short. Start from the earliest. Look, thank you for the $10. Oh my God, nostalgia! Ah, no! Ah! Dad, it's 10 p.m. The school night, and you're watching recorded VHS tapes.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
Nope, my immersion's been ruined.
Continue on Holbrook Park Drive. Then
What the hell?
100 feet, turn right onto
2014! Why is it VHS then? Disgusting inaccuracy. Should be set in 2004 and they should be holding up MapQuest that's been printed out.
North 38th Street. your destination in 2 hours and 28 minutes. Turn right onto North 38th Street.
Oh, wrong scene maybe. We don't see anything. You don't? Oh, yep, wrong tab. Sorry.
Are you using customizer tool? So you only pay for what you need. Sorry? Leo, you're an animal! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty. How many of these are there? Stop! I've had block on my personal browser. This is a guest one.
Proceed to the highlighted route. Continue on Holbrook Park Drive, then in 500 feet turn right onto North 38th Street. You will arrive at your destination in 2 hours and 28 minutes. Turn right onto North 38th Street.
Why? Is this better?
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Merritt Parkway. You are on the fastest available route. Turn left onto Merritt Parkway, then take the on-ramp to Highway 114 North. Traffic ahead, rerouting.
Feel so fake.
In 10 miles, take exit 17, then turn right onto Quarry Utility Road South. You are on the fastest route. In 2.8 miles, keep right to stay on Service Causeway H516.
Yeah,
You
knows
will
all
arrive
about
at your
that.
destination in 14 minutes.
Little unrealistic. Where's the dad yelling at you? Like, do I turn here? Do I turn up here?
Rerouting.
Is it left or right?
Head east for 1/4 of a mile, then follow signs for do not enter.
Dad's not in the car.
Continue on unnamed road. Then, in 300 feet, turn off your headlights.
Turn off your headlights. Wait a minute. What?
Rerouting. Make a U-turn. Your destination is behind you. Rerouting. In 500 feet. Your destination will be on in 300 feet. Your destination in 250 feet. Rerouting. Your destination will be in 50 feet. You will arrive at your destination.
You have a wall.
Was that a Pokemon? Oh, it's still going. I think that was Articuno, bros. Thank you for the $1.60 tournament. Country Road! 1970. Preservation of human dignity, is that a real thing? Worst day has come to pass. Despite the sacrifices of our citizens and the might of our armed forces, the United States has been forced to surrender to our enemy. Though they may occupy our borders, our streets, and our homes, the enemy will never occupy our spirit. Talk about Mexicans? Canada? Who is this about? Who are we at war with tonight? Who are we at war with in 1970? Nobody's on our border except for Canada and Mexico! I'm from Phase World! You can't cancel me! Know that I've already taken action in this company of family and loved ones. Now all Americans, every man, woman, and child, are called upon to act before the moment passes by. Let our united resolve echo... Stop! Echo through history. Even in defeat, we refuse to yield. Even in defeat, we claim victory. Tuna Fish, thank you for the $6. Oh, $3. I don't know how much that was. Thank you. Honor liberty by taking the final and greatest liberty of all. It is a privilege to be called to action. No, it's not. Method most available to you at this time. Be your courage to inspire others. There's nothing to fear. Access to a loaded firearm is ideal. Place muzzle hole of gun upward to the what? Your mouth? Upward to roof of mouth. Thank you. Kill yourself on the guy. Join your neighbors, your family, your God. As a citizen, you must act now. Your local law enforcement has been ordered to ensure your compliance. It is against the law to delay. This message will repeat until there are none to read it. There is time, victory, position. Remember the 3 F's. Front lawn, face up, feet together. What? Growing your children. Tend to them before yourself. Use a calm tone of voice. Everyone can do their part. Smallest patriots. 51st state is not a place. Earlier today, the station aired what appeared to be a warning message from a U.S. government agency. This has been confirmed as a hoax. This is so stupid, chat. Why did you recommend me this shit? This ain't spooky. This ain't spooky. An ARG? Hate ARGs, chat. Chat, ARGs. Oh, this really adds to the spooky capitalism! Oh! Where would we be without it? Bah. Bah. See, this noise actually scares me a bit. Like, this noise. This noise makes me uncomfortable, you know? Because this is the noise you hear before branches start hitting your sound and... before the branches start hitting your house and scary alert warnings go off, you know? The noise means bad news, yeah. County Weather Service has issued a warning for a meteorological event. The warning is effective immediately and continues until sunrise tomorrow morning. Citizens are advised not to observe this event with the naked eye. Didn't Lovecraft have a story about a meteor that lands and its color infects everybody? Double danger alert. County Weather Service has issued the following correction for the weather warning in effect. For safety, remain indoors. Do not look up at the night sky. The meteorological event is safe for all of you. Warning has been lifted. Go outside now. Read this. Look at the moon. Oh, do not look at the moon. Inside, don't look at the sky. Away from all windows. Bros, I don't go outside anyway. I don't go outside anyways. I have no problem not doing that. You think I go outside? But you're a mask moon, bro. Then the light. Moon came in. Found me. For the mirror. Moonlight, white with naked eyes. Yeah. You know what fucked me up, chat? Them saying this is like 2014, alright? The first one being 2014. And now they keep doing the VHS stuff. It's like, man. Why do you think VHS is spooky? Are you so zoomer you never watch VHS tapes? Did you never watch VHS tapes? Why are you so scared of VHS? Oh, I'm gonna put Barney on! Oh, scary! Oh, party on VHS! Oh my god! Clifford the Big Red Dog movie! Beethoven! Shut the fuck up. Wait until I find out about DVDs! Oh, now I'm getting recommendations for SCP.
Okay, this is big. Raid's Shadow Legends made me a champion, and everyone can get it. Me? Him? Anyways.
There's nothing this dude won't do.
Citizens, be aware. If you are seeing this message, then a dangerous entity is in the area, and you must be alert. This entity is called SCP-106, and has men capabilities outside the norm. It can walk through walls, corrode material, detect humans. To stay safe, citizens should shelter inside while also avoiding walls. Await further alerts and updates. Do not be afraid. Remain sheltered, and the SCP Foundation will contain SCP-106.
Manifest, thank you for the $1.60. TurboTax is more of a horror experience than this.
Please, do not turn off your device. SCP-173 is a statue constructed from concrete and rebar, with traces of spray paint. SCP-173 is animate and extremely hostile. SCP-173 cannot move when in a direct line of sight. As of last month, SCP-173
I'll say it's pretty impressive of SCP Foundation to hire Stephen Hawking to make these announcements.
There are an estimated 12,000 SCP-173 instances. The area occupied by SCP-173 instances is marked in red. If you are within this area, you should stay inside and follow the advice of your national government. If you are in the exclusion zone, marked in yellow, you should prepare for SCP-173 to enter.
Prepare for SCP-173 to enter your area soon. This is like 12 hours apart by car. This is like 12 hours apart by car. Telling me this concrete rebar spray painted motherfucker? Zooming around faster than a car? Multiple directions? Made out of concrete and rebar. 173 moves substantially faster than a car. It's made out of concrete and rebar! These thumbnails, chat. 73 is really fast, just can't move when looking at it. So what's this bro doing? He like... He's gonna hit up the whole world. Let's say it multiplies?
This is marked in red. Rate. There are an
Oh! Last month has begun to replicate. The number of entities is growing at an exponential rate. Oh!
estimated 12,000 SCP-173 instances. The area occupied by SCP-173 instances is marked in red. If you are within this area, you should stay inside and follow the advice of your national government. If you are in the exclusion zone, marked in yellow,
Well, they're
you
fast
should
and they
prepare for
multiply like
SCP-173 to enter your area soon. You should also
Knock off
stay
Weeping
inside,
Angel.
set up cameras, or
I recommend something good. Think of a video to watch, but might actually be too much for the stream. It's Uncanny Valley territory stuff. Why does the text-to-speech finish? Okay.
The KFC sandwich is made exactly how it should be, by chicken people, not burger people. Try it today for just $3.99.
Oh, I'm shaking, bros! Oh, I'm shaking, bros! Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh my god! Oh my god! What SCP is this, chat? Is this gonna get me banned? Is this gonna get me banned? Bro, the sequel. Bro, the sequel. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! They multiplied, chat! The warning wasn't fake, it's multiplying! Oh no, it's mutating and multiplying! Chat, oh my god, chat. This whole was made for now! Well, thank you for becoming a big pee-pee. Oh my god, he named it! Ah, I just lunged at him! There's a third one! Oh no, oh no, it's coming closer! This is some... Ah! This is some crazy footage, bros. There's the SA Special Forces videos. And then there's this. Spent this week at my sister's place with her 8-week-old kid. You know what? I'm gonna... Mi-chan, do you wanna join the stream? I'll hop in the Discord call. Mi-chan, you wanna... Browser window? What the hell? Nichan! Watch scary video together? Join the room, bros. Look, thank you for the $10! Fantasy. Is this the one where they're in a pool? Yeah, I don't think I can show that on stream, Chief. Will you explain? Nichan, if you get in here, I'm gonna teach you about Christian. Well, I'm gonna teach you about Christian. Yeah. Look at all you grifters. SCP used to be so good, too bad it sort of went downhill. Mudahar isn't a grifter. I like Mudahar. I like Mudokar, but... my dude pumps out videos like daily, alright? Where can we read? You can order Sonichu on Amazon? Bros, we could order Sonichu off of Amazon. Asmongold pumps out videos daily too. Asmongold is streaming all day. Mudahar's videos are interesting when he does like deep dives into stuff. Can I read it? Oh my god. Go, Sonichu. Go out. Zap to the extreme. Where's your medallion, Liquid Pippa? No, I'm solid Pippa. I'm the real Pippa. For simpler times, chat. For simpler times. Go on to a forum and you... and your arguments with a troll face and... discussing the latest... gen or... nostalgia critic video. Farms was but a sparkle in a baby 4chan user's eye. Twitter wasn't a common thing yet. Nor was Facebook. Newgrounds? Newgrounds was always trash, alright? We just had lower standards back then. What's happening at 10k? Well, if I get to 10k before tonight ends, me Ghost Pepper Ramen. Reddit was never good. Do you guys remember the thing that came before Reddit? Called like Dig or something? Gosh. Reddit was little bit more interesting. Reddit was a little bit more interesting. 9.9K. Oh, MySpace. Oh. Did anybody else used to paste those little fucking flash animals and stuff on your MySpace pages? There was this website that let you make they let you put like little pets on your MySpace page. Flashy backgrounds, chat rooms, autoplay music on your profile. You open up a browser, open up a tab. Hey, there's the live one! Take a little trip down memory lane, chat. A little down memory lane. Get the Linkin Park's. Oh God. I miss Shock Side's roles. Angel Fire and GeoCities. Linkin Park and Naruto AMVs. Unregistered Hypercam 2 in the corner. Assuming it wasn't recorded. With somebody's camera. What is this? Settle right down into that little seat there and Pipkin is gonna little sister Pipkin's gonna down the Quickville Lane. Mr. Super Chat, what did that say? I missed it. Oh God. Handsome Mark, thank you for the $4! I didn't see what it said. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm streaming live right now? Oh my God. Going to my own stream just to... Ah! Why did it autoplay something else? Stop. Show us the oldest image saved on your picture folder to prove it. Bro, I've gone through so many computers since then. Alright, bros. Oh, it all began. I just saw your ad. Welcome to the stream. On Discord, yeah. Episode 1. Sonichu's origin. I still have floppy disks. Oh my God. I used to take pictures of Mamakin and Papakin's camera. The camera could only fit like 6 pictures on a floppy disk. And then you take the floppy disk out of the thing. Man! I wanna educate you on
Okay. What is this? Is connection bad? I'm using data. I hope not bad connection.
That's fine.
Okay. Finally, Pippa-chan teach me. Because every time I ask Pippa-chan something, she say, no, it's okay, don't learn this. Don't Google.
Chat, do we show her videos first? Or should we introduce her to the comic?
Video?
Yeah, there are videos.
This is animation. This is Sonic, no?
Not quite animations. Videos are easier. Comic for we're gonna start with the comic.
Comic. Okay, I see. This is made by 5 years, 6 years? Your old child?
Something like that.
Cute.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Very talented kid. How old he now? He?
We'll get into that in a bit. Actually, I have a video we should start off with. Hold on. Make a watch together room?
Yeah.
Or do you don't? Well, probably better to make a room so you can react.
I see Pikachu and Sonic, but I don't watch Sonic much. And I watch Digimon, not Pokemon. What do I say? I will not understand story.
Don't worry, don't worry. There's more to it than Sonic and Pokemon. This transcends fan culture. It's
Fan culture. Hi.
We've got a little.
Why did you tell me to run away? Why?
We've got a little.
don't worry about it. Don't listen to them. They're stupid.
Oh, Supersonic winner. Oh, contest. Here.
Oh, hold on. Up on screen.
Hi. Are you allowed to show this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, はい。じゃあ少しだけポッキーを食べる。I will eat chocolate. While here.
Grab one? No. I messed things up. I'm gonna have to make a new room. People are about to start joining this one.
GG. You did well, Pippa-chan. What can I say?
We'll make a new room.
いいよ。すげえ。
What was that about a brony dating site and Pippa's recommended video? Don't look, chat. Don't look.
What?
I don't know. Get a password on it, can you?
Do I leave this link?
Yeah, leave that one. I'm gonna send you another one.
Hi. いいよ。
What did I just do with the news report? There it is. Okay, sorry, I'm a little disorganized.
大丈夫。Take time. How is everybody? Did you enjoy book reading, Pippa-chan?
Okay, click the
I
link.
think it was great. Second one, okay.
For you, including.
はい。はい。
What Sonic the Hedgehog means to a very special Charlottesville boy, and the significance goes way beyond a high score in videos.
Little boy that made this.
Did she did now?
The Hedgehog is running wildly in the Chandler household this weekend. 12-year-old Christian Chandler of Charlottesville was the winner.
It's not this woman, it's the little boy.
Spree. Christian is one of only about 100 winners nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. For his parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing. Christian is a high-functioning autistic child. This past fall, on his own initiative, he entered a contest based on a favorite cartoon character.
What I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it, and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and it has to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
And Christian's father says it only takes a few hours for him to master an electronic game and then move on to another. I can't master any of them. That's it for now, and it's just coming up on the NBA basketball game at 5:30. It's not 6:30, it's 5:30. We'll see you back here at 11. Thanks for watching.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Autistic means special child, no? I don't remember.
There's national.
So,
What do you mean?
Autism is a it's It's a
Why are you
mental.
laughing? Oh no, this is just something. Why are you
Autism is it's a mental. It's a. Now, what's the politically correct way to say this? It's a mental.
Someone in chat said it's what chat has. I understand. I see.
Don't say that, Emma!
He said chat said that! Someone in chat said, what's your name? What's your name?
It's
Don't blame. One second. Johnny Average, he said it, not me! Don't blame me. I don't speak English.
It's a mental divergence. It's a divergence from neurotypicality. And
I like your big words, Fahimon. Continue.
it makes it makes your brain different. It makes your brain different. You know, different isn't always bad, but it but it can make you like hyper fixate on things. So you're like you'll really sometimes you'll really like stuff, and that becomes your life. And you're bad at picking up on social cues.
Yeah, wait, explain to me. Special child. Okay, I understand. I was right. I don't know why she explained to me 10 minutes when I understand first meaning already. Okay, so special child win competition. Is this the drawing? His drawing?
Misha, you're not allowed to say that!
Christian. Why? Why am I not allowed to say
It's not politically correct!
What do you want me to call him? Mentally challenged?
No! You're supposed to say, I don't know what you're supposed to say!
Chris win. Okay, we call him Chris. Christian. Weston. Chandelier. Hi. Okay. Baby Christian win competition. This is his drawing.
Yes, so then this is later he went on. That really cemented his love of Sonic. That's what made him really love Sonic. Go on screen share so you can see the comic in real time.
1 second. Do I leave? No, 1 second.
Just leave the watch together room up. We'll go back to that in a bit.
Don't leave, okay. Hi, I'm watching.
So this is his comic. And do you want to guess what age he was when he made this?
7? Elementary? No, maybe. No, kindergarten.
Up a
If I
little
was
bit.
kindergarten, I would eat crayon, so I don't think kindergarten. Elementary, no?
Up a little bit.
Up. 10? 10 years?
More.
More. High school?
A little bit more.
15? Pippa-chan. What?
More.
18? 20?
He was about in his 20s, I think. I'm pretty sure he was about in his 20s when he did this.
This?
And
First
this
page?
This is what started.
Oh no. This is trash.
19. Oh, he was 19 when he started this.
Okay.
But this was a labor of love. He's very passionate. Very passionate about. Do I even?
I like his green color and blue. Very artistic. Yeah, Pikachu cute. Yeah, is that
Should
Godzilla?
should I show her like a video that explains this all? And you can just
explain.
And you can just pause. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this!
I'm done.
And there's a lot. Read a bit from the comic first. Okay. I'm gonna read you from the comic a little bit.
Hi, I'm listening.
Sonichu's origin. Our story begins in an open field 5 miles from the city of Station Square, which is under siege by the perfect chaos monster, while Sonic the Hedgehog ponders over the destruction. A wild boy Pikachu takes notice of the far-off destruction. Pika?
Sonic and Pikachu.
I'm Christian Weston Chandler, Sonichu's creator and author of this comic. This is his story and nothing less. That's a little creator there.
Nintendo agree to this?
No. No.
Sega, what's the name company?
No.
Did they agree to this?
No. They don't need to know. It's fan works. It's like a doujinshi. All Sonichu material is copyrighted March 2000 to 2005 by Christian Weston Chandler.
That's not how it's working, Christian. Okay, boy.
Meanwhile, and then you have Sonic using the Chaos Emeralds to fight the Chaos Monster, and Pikachu, he's real curious about what's going on, so he runs up and he's watching the fight go down. Go to the next page.
Is the Godzilla?
No, it's the perfect Chaos Monster. Well, anyways, Sonic, right here, while he's all doped up on Chaos Emeralds, crashes into Pikachu, and a bolt of lightning, bursts out of them. Their collision creates the mother of all rainbows. 15 miles away, there's a girl Raichu. She's just chilling, having a good time, and there's the rainbow. And the rainbow zaps the Raichu. Transforms, something happens. Mixed breeds now. Now this is Rosachu. He's the mix of a Raichu and Rose Amy from Sonic. Amy Rose is like she's kind of like Sonic's girlfriend, but not quite. Gets cooked by a squirrel or something at some point.
What?
At the cottage, Raichu, I saw the. Who are you? Where's my Pokemon? Kay, I am your Pokemon. I was hit by a rainbow and now I have transformed. Oh my, you're as beautiful. Oh, sorry, what were you saying? You are as beautiful as a rose. As a rose, I need a new name since I'm a new Pokemon. So you may call. There's a dash over the O. Lorenzo, thank you for becoming a big peepee. You may call me that bud. Rosachu!
Someone who is 19 or 20 making this was expecting choose better names, not stupid names, but I can't say anything. He's special. So.
Shop!
Okay!
So then Sonic falls over. Or no, he's Sonichu at this point. Falls over. He's like, oh, what? I've changed. Huh? And then there's the perfect Chaos Monster. And he says, this battle is on. I've got to help. Time to zap. Flies over and goes to beat up the Chaos Monster. He's like, thunder! Rah! Almost got him. very, very interesting like perspective and stuff going on here. See?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah. I think he copied that pose from, you know, Seven Wonders. Not Seven Wonders. What do you call it? That architecture, Egypt statue. You know, lion pose. I think he copied that. Yeah, yeah, he copied that. It's exactly same with one picture. I remember. That is so. Hi. Continue.
You did trace a lot. Sonic, yay! Everybody's cheering for him, and he says, "Not only that, I've received super speed. Wow, what a battle! Not only that, but I've received super speed, a new body, and above else, I'm able to talk like a human now. And apparently, I look like that hedgehog I helped earlier. Hedgehog from the Cheers. I guess his name was Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic had just about the same abilities as I do now, and I guess I am now a hedgehog now too. I am a new Pokemon. I am no longer Pikachu. So with inspiration, I am now Sonichu! And there he is, there's Sonichu.
But this makes no sense, because he spoke right now, saying, Sonic just same ability as I do now. And suddenly he say, I am new Pokemon, no longer Pikachu. Which one speaks? Sonic or Pikachu?
Sonic speaks.
I don't understand.
Or Sonic's the one that can talk, but the Pikachu is now like the owner of this body. From then on, Sonichu went on to make new friends as well as enemies, and he will use his abilities to stop evil and save the world. Stay tuned for more zapping adventures of Sonichu.
Man.
Then he goes in here and...
Man. How many seasons this comic? Manga? How many? How long is this? Pippa-chan, answer me, how long is this? Pippa-chan.
It's pretty long. It's very long.
20 years. 20 years? Oh, is this like One Piece? Amazing.
Yeah, it's about that level of quality.
Who
Well,
is
now we're gonna
that?
put...
Who are those? Who is that?
Who is who?
Is that Knuckles? Who is that?
These down here. Or these up here.
Those three rats down there. Who are those?
So this is Chris Chan Sonichu. So this is Christian Chandler. And Sarah Ma, Rose Chu, and Wesley Sonichu. If I remember correctly, these were his friends or something? These were the people that put up with him in real life?
Really?
And thank you for the $50. Mayoshi's gonna choke on stream. Let's go! Oh. And I hit 10K!
Oh! Pippa-chan will die from spicy noodles.
What's next,
my
please?
mission. I will leave now. See you all next time.
No, you stay here!
I'm joking. Okay, I'm learning. Hi. I did my part, chat. You're welcome.
What's a good version of this to put on? There are many videos documenting this, man. In fact, there's an entire... You know that website? We talked about? Kiwi Farms.
Kiwi. Fruit?
The one that, Yeah. It's green.
Green.
Talked about it a little bit.
Kiwi.
So that
I
website
don't
originally
remember.
was originally born from people... Oh, thank you for the... Jaeger, thank you for the $10. That website was originally born from people off 4chan who wanted to document. Wanted to record everything Chris Chan ever did. That is how Kiwi Farms came to fruition.
Kiwi Farm. Documentation. Okay. Documentation side. English? Only English?
Yeah, it's only in
All
English.
English?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nelson, thank you for the $50. Why don't you read
I
along?
can't read. I'm illiterate. I can't read English. Ma.
You know, it's probably better if you don't
Hi.
read what's on there.
Oh, okay.
A lot of it's kind of. They've talked about us a bit though, and they've been really friendly. They're really friendly about us.
Really? Ah, hello, Kiwi. I like that fruit. I make salad every day with it morning.
There you go,
Delicious.
Kiwi rolls.
Brothers,
Chan just called you delicious.
Brother.
This mod's fucked.
ちょっと待って. Is this part what's happening?
Kiwi Farms has a bit of a history with like getting in fights with governments and.
Ah, yes, this video is fucked.
Josh, I know what's going on! Sorry.
Hi, 行こうぜ.
No, if
Enjoy
you
your
know.
clips and your archives, people. This video will not last after this. Save it how much you can. くさ. Hey, どうぞ. Explanation to me. What's...
It was making me cringe more than the comic. Good.
Hi.
So, this Christian has a very long history.
What history? What he do?
Did a lot. Couldn't read that
Continue,
super
I
chat, missed
listen.
it. I'm gonna
What
put on
super
the
chat?
I'm gonna put it in the watch together room. We're gonna watch a guy called Ben Saint. He's gonna talk about it. I'm on this channel from just now and I just joined the stream. Thank you, Darkblade! Thank you for the $5. And Jaeger, thank you for the $10. Let's go, 10k! No time to hit 1 million. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
100k! Pippa-chan will do 3D model concert 行くぜ. Hi.
Where did I put the watch together room? So this man talks about a lot of.
Professor.
Shut up!
Me.
Shut the hell up! No interruptions. What did I say? The rules. The rules are you can't interrupt. You gotta raise your hand. You all gotta
Talks
ask
about a lot of
yes
people,
and
you.
I have to take a crap.
Please raise your hand and then take.
This is
a
Ben
crap.
Saint.
Ben Singh.
Then raise it.
Hi.
And his friends.
As long
I
as you
think
don't
they're the
talk,
procrastinators or whatever.
It's all within industry guidelines.
This is a different
All right.
group. I don't know.
So we're all here for the first and only lesson in the Sonichu 101 class with me, Professor Ben Saint of Patreon. And this, okay.
ECP doesn't
We're gonna
exist
talk
anymore.
about Sonichu, the magnum opus.
It's not Digibros group,
Christian
yeah.
Weston
Digibros in the
Chandler,
audience, if I
the
remember
Virgin
correctly.
With Rage from Virginia. So Sonichu was created. He began it. All right. Well, the story goes way back to when he was in
I
high
like your
school.
words,
See,
funny man. You speak very
he had
fast.
to design an album cover for a CD that he had to make for class. And he wanted to do a Pokemon album, but he couldn't because he said that he couldn't use copyrighted characters. So he said, well, what can I do? And then he was struck with inspiration. I know, I'll take Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu, my two favorite things, combine them into one character, Sonichu, and then that's no longer a copyrighted character. I can use it on the album cover, and that is
If they
how
want to hear
Sonichu
this, do they
was
see this?
born.
they
Any
see it.
questions? Yes, best guy.
Have you
okay,
ever
okay.
had an idea as good as that one by Christian
We
Weston?
just
Don't
explained.
copyright us. This is
I don't think
reaction
I have.
time. We reaction.
I wish every
Reaction
day.
channel.
Yes, hypocrite.
Yes.
Does the album exist?
Album.
Yeah. I
Are
think
you
it does
single?
actually. I don't know what it's, I don't remember what it's
Yeah,
called.
Christian sings. Do you wanna hear him sing?
Okay. Yeah.
You do?
Everyone find talent in something. Maybe if he don't have talent drawing, maybe he's good singing. Don't judge. Hi.
I'll put on the song.
Give me. I want to listen.
Put on my favorite.
Hey, look at me. I'm sitting here sad and lonely without a fire, but
Audio jungle.
Desire.
Audio jungle. Audio jungle.
You say,
Audio jungle.
As I see the ladies walking along one by one. I never wanna hear I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend and I have no fire but a desire to not hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Why do all of the jerks get all of the pretty girls? Yeah, you may not know this, but you should know.
Because they alpha, you better!
I am a lonesome heart.
Get him out! I don't want to see
And I have no fire, but a desire to not hear. Don't wanna hear you start as a virgin with rage. So need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Me why I so need a cute.
Okay, well that's enough of that. But I have a lot of videos to show you. Christian is very well documented on the internet, and I lost 100 subs. I don't understand why. I don't know what could have scared them off. But... So let me jump.
I can't drink, but I wish I... Who's that?
That's Christian.
It's a she? What is he?
Yes, and maybe I don't. Don't ask me that question.
Is he pervert? Many perverts like to dress like women.
You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
I don't understand. Sorry, phone data.
Just move on. We're moving on, chat.
I never in a million years thought that.
Need a girl. recycle my own semen. For us to pay $100 for a damn hooker. I recycle my own semen. Tickle your pussy.
All right, enough.
What?
So what has?
I thought he'd have footage of the GameStop incident, but it looks like it's kind of buried.
Oh, we back to comic?
No, I'm gonna find some. Oh, personal favorite Christian moments. Hold on, here's like a compilation.
Hi.
Compilation. You know cringe compilations?
Someone in chat say I'm enjoying Pippa last stream very much. Oh, Power Ranger. How old is he here?
No, I don't know. In this specific clip, looks like older. This looks like older Christian, like OG version. I'm gonna say before the house fire.
I got a little Chun-Li within me.
Mid-20s, you guys think?
Huh. I think he was innocent boy. Mine, no? I think. Like child.
Innocent boy. No.
No?
And that's how he died.
It should have ended there.
Whoa. This is
Wow.
war. Put down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite thee.
Is this Sonic cosplay?
You have been warned.
Yeah.
With the Cherokee ancestry.
Yes! Would you have him on stream necklace?
Yeah, that's the medallion.
Now for something slightly different. Dabba dabba doo. Simpson, Homer Simpson, he's the greatest of the story. From down the Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree.
Watch out, both you and me will get banned after this.
You think you're so tough? You think you're so tough?
This is
no,
a news
you
report.
Are not. You are weak.
I'm reporting on news.
This battle is this war is far from beyond.
If we end up on
over,
television
Mr.
like this,
Clyde.
and this clip appear, any clip from this video, I will graduate before you.
It's gonna be a clip of you! It's gonna be a clip of you calling him special!
Look at him! He's not!
Richard, no bullying!
Ew. Welcome,
Okay.
patient pipe.
I'm so happy Sakana-san is not watching this. Because we... Yabe!
Don't say gonna feel like this. I saw your day, wah wah, ho ho hey ya ho. I saw your day, wah wah, ho ho hey ya ho. Ain't no saying on the fiddle, no saying on the fiddle like this. Ain't no saying on the fiddle, no saying on the fiddle like this. I saw your day, wah wah.
Hey Chan, would you believe me if I said this man was in prison right now for diddling his mother?
I would not. I would not be surprised.
That's what I thought.
Happy loving between me and Jackie.
Wait, what? He
I
did
love
to
you,
Mama? I
sweetheart.
can't hear because of video. 1 second.
He diddled his mother.
Wait, I can't hear. I can't
He
hear.
stuck his he did the birds and the bees with her.
Jewish people. I mean, they're people too, and I got nothing against
With
Jewish
his 90-year-old mother that has
I
dementia,
mean, they
yeah.
have their views, and we have our views. Let's just leave it at that.
His mama?
People
Yeah.
about the people who do
His
the
mom?
animation for Family Guy, thinking about making a skit
Cashed in all of his good boy points for the ultimate prize.
in mockery parody of
Oh,
it
no.
on the show. But I would
Respect
like
your
to,
mother, but not like
make
this.
it clear
This
that
man is
I
sick.
don't want just a skit.
Oh,
If you're gonna do
no.
anything of me, I would like to be
Oh,
involved
no,
and put myself
Pippa-chan.
in the show, as well as a
Pippa-chan.
touchy character. Now, I have my story for at least one episode, and I'm willing to go multiple episodes in agreement to set
We will
McFarlane
get
and
banned. Disconnect. We will get banned.
First off,
Sakana-san, we'll contact us private and say, we don't need to wait 1 year contract expire. You are ready. I will cancel contract for you tomorrow. You leave. Pippa-chan, you don't understand.
I drew a good version of myself, which these drawings I'm going to show on here, put it on the Wikipedia a little later on tonight, along with the next page.
Listen, it's okay, it's okay. We'll just tell Takana. It's a Zoomer thing. You wouldn't understand.
There you go. It's a good version of me right there to draw for the show.
Hello, loves. Good evening there. I'm Bob McCartney, and I'm going to sing you a song. It's a day in the life, and it is a good day for the life. Yes, good day for living. It's a beautiful day over here in Virginia. Rock on, England.
That's Virginia.
Good evening, love.
Good evening, love.
Hello.
Hello.
You know the word gay tends to be
You?
thrown around a lot.
What'd he say? Wait.
I know you. You're just a pussy. You're just a pussy. You're
He
just
said
a
gay!
low life. You do not deserve to
Hey.
live, you mother beeper. You
We
hide
are
behind a
happy.
long skirt. And
I'm
you
so
just call
happy.
your own
Pippa-chan,
business
today I
name,
think
sorry.
you're really
This is a
happy
basic
for
which
showing
is
me
well
this.
Sonic had a twin brother, and he's a basketball all-star or a shooting star. No matter where you are, as far as the eye can see, no matter who you be. Is this Who's real busy? Catch all power.
Man, are there no,
Now, for those who
Well, there it
dare
is, a Christian
continue to
panel.
mislabel me as dang, gay, homosexual, or bisexual, I'm straight. I am straight. Ah,
Later he becomes a lesbian.
Mr. Thomas.
She becomes a
you are
lesbian,
hereby
whatever.
granted a Merry Christmas from your uncle.
But he guy, the racist woman, not there. Why he lesbian?
Uncle Gumsy says Merry
I
Christmas.
don't
Tom."
understand.
Gub, gub, gub,
Wait,
gub,
explain.
gub,
What
gub,
is
gub,
he?
gub, gub. My art speaks for me. Now let's look at some more. Here's a one-pager I'm sure you'll remember.
Next topic.
Bad.
Next topic, me-chan.
Bad.
Next topic.
Leroy Brown. You friggin' Nazis! I'm gonna kick you all out of Equestria! Mine
Equestria?
and the
What is
first
Equestria?
romantic
It's the world of My Little
and
Pony.
I did an awesome
Pony.
fucking job.
Cartoon? Why not seeing cartoon? Is that his mama?
Yeah, that's his mother he
My name
fucked.
is Barbara Chandler. I wish to wish Nicholas Cruz happy birthday.
Oh no, poor
Please.
woman.
Michaela, thank you for becoming a big
Buy
pee-pee.
Christine Chandler's merchandise to help us pay the mortgage. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And where do we buy this stuff from? My eBay.
Oh no.
Buy on eBay.
Yeah, link below. Thank you.
You should
Anything
buy
else
for
you want to
her.
say?
No, that's all.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, she has dementia.
Good day. Why can't you say
Dementia.
Have a good day.
Forget memory, no?
Yeah.
Every day.
I have the power!
Allegedly.
Here's another one. And that corner tab came from an original only for GameCube title that was originally a GameCube title, but then later expanded to other consoles. Hey everybody, this is Christine Chandler coming to you
So
live.
this person
from
goes
home
out
once
to
again.
conventions. They go out to, you know, like
And
anime
today I'm
cons
here
and
to
stuff.
make an announcement. Who wants to help me go to a gaming convention in Pennsylvania? Many games. I really want to go. I've been invited.
What do editing?
I need the money though. Yes.
No, somebody else did the editing on this.
Need help below here. So I set up a GoFundMe.
Wait,
me achieve
when,
a goal
when's
of
this video? He looks more
$400 to
crazy.
pay for everything I
This one's more recent.
You can see
It
me
was in the past few
When?
years, I think.
in a couple of weekends.
You look crazy,
The weekend
man.
after this coming
You look
one.
like someone who would stab
Yeah.
you.
Now help me reach the goal of $400 by this weekend.
They
to
did
make
mace
it
somebody.
a real guarantee to see me
You what?
in
She's so loud. One
Pennsylvania.
second, I can't hear you, Pippa-chan. Let me raise your volume.
Okay.
Don't yell in my ear!
Yeah, she can try and do it.
Finally.
So they were mad that Sonic had blue arms instead of skin-colored arms in one of the Sonic releases. One of the Sonic games.
Movie? Oh, game.
So they went into a GameStop and they made some GameStop employees. You know, like pepper sprayed them.
Hi.
They also hit somebody with their car.
I transformed to this one, and I'm encountering Eggman, and Bowser can laugh if he wants to, if he likes it. So, Eggman, let's talk for a moment. You like wordplay? All right. So, I got good news for you. Go back to call yourself Robotnik.
Is this
Don't work backwards.
Sonic convention?
Say,
This is Sonic cosplay.
let's say, nah, I'm gay. Split it up a little bit further, it sounds like, nah, I'm gay. And at least, can't tell more.
What is happening?
Telling jokes.
So what do you have to say for you now? See yourself now. Nah, gay?
Well, I believe William Shakespeare said it best when he said, "What's in the name? That which we call a rose by any
Who's
other
that?
name would smell as sweet."
Is that Dr. Robotnik voice?
Yeah.
I don't know Sonic story, but I know some voice actor. I'm not fan Sonic.
She went for the kiss.
She went in for it.
Kiss.
Yeah, kiss your homies. Yeah, kiss your homies good night. It's very good. Yeah, I support. Yeah. What is wrong with him? Is he okay?
I think he...
Did he go alone? Without...
Yeah, I think he went alone. And then he had a meltdown. So this is actually kind of sad. Like, I feel bad for him here.
Why would you leave special person alone? That's not how it's working. You need someone help. Person who filmed and not help him instead. Person who filmed this instead of helping you adopted. Why you don't help someone who is mentally challenged instead of just filming whole situation? I don't understand this mentality.
It's kind of dangerous to just walk up to people that are like having meltdowns and stuff because you never know if they're gonna. Like you can get into.
Help someone special, help someone, or call ambulance or something, medical help.
Well, the con security went to go help. But you can also get into really bad legal trouble for touching people and. You never know what can happen. It's safest just to call security.
This is sad. Now he in jail?
Yeah, now he's in jail.
I think it's for the best because they give good care to these type people, dangerous type people with mental issue. So at least he is in good condition, taken care of. Have meal, bed, not to touch internet. Yeah, good condition.
Hopefully.
We want to be respectful because Christine is in the audience, so we're going to be using her preferred pronouns.
Touching someone without permission is illegal in states like New Hampshire. Yeah, see, that's something you have to watch out for.
I don't know America laws, sorry.
To Christian before, Christine.
I don't even know
thanks to
States,
the
America,
gun
sorry.
incident, which occurred in December of
Geography
1992.
difficult.
Chris was 10 years old at the time this happened, and it wouldn't be until college years when she would go on to create Sonichu.
Well, this is a convention panel.
So,
Like, this is at a convention, and these people are like retelling the story of Chris-chan. Not very good audio on this. I'm gonna find another one. Hold on. We'll go back to the Ben Saint video.
3 pints of Coke a day. This was going off of her Coke's reward account. And
I was thinking this is just me and joke, but no, actually I feel bad for this person. I don't feel bad he in jail for hurting his mama, but still.
Shut up.
He needed medical help, special help, and no one offered to reach out instead. He got documentation online. I don't understand this.
He did well, he didn't reach out. A lot of people reached out to try and help him. And a lot of people have reached out even recently to try and protect them from themselves. Like, that Kiwi Farms guy, Josh.
Josh.
He set up, like, fundraisers and stuff. Try and helped Chris-chan with their budgeting and stuff. They were trying to help them, make some income instead of getting scammed.
Thank you, Josh-san. Thank you. So nice.
I read ahead of the textbook.
And then, but Christian's not good at, keeping up with things, you know, like, they'll take orders for stuff and then they won't follow through with them. Well, Josh was, like, kind of trying to...
with this type, I can't say mentally challenged, I can't say special, I would just say, autistic person. Usually, this type people, I say medical term. So, they need not them to handle anything, they need someone else take care of them. Not his mama, his mama also needs someone else take care of. Even if Joshi-san was very nice to have donation for him, they needed first hire someone take care of his funds and him first before give any money or any donation or present.
That comes down to stuff.
Someone with much patience.
It's complicated. It's complicated. So over in the States, you can't really just sign people up for that.
Really?
Really, and having like caretakers and stuff is really expensive. And people like Chris-chan who live off of like disability checks from the government tend to be unable to afford that kind of thing. And especially in cases of like high functioning autism, a lot of the times the government doesn't really recognize it. So you're already not getting that much money, and then the government's gonna allocate resources in terms of like caretakers and stuff. They're gonna put caretakers on the people that really can't take care of themselves. Like, Chris-chan can't take care of themselves, really, but there are other people that are worse off, and the resources taking care of people like that are kind of scarce. So
in different parts of Asia, I travel very much when young. In Europe, I travel. I remember Papa Kitsune, I travel with family, would say, usually elderly, or even people with special needs, get from some countries, I don't say all Europe countries because I never visit all of them. They get from government someone to take care of, with payment and salary by government, so they don't worry. But I'm sorry to say this, American government is stupid. If they don't consider this type of chance for this type of people with special need.
Kind of
as much as all I see about Mr. Christian, Chris-san, I don't know how to address, I'm sorry. Chris-san, and as much as people laugh or point finger or say, this is what he did, he jail now, let's laugh boys, let's go, Chris is in jail, ikuze. This is not funny. This is actually sad.
A sample of Sonichu's DNA, but spills and accidentally
And even now I regret laughing at beginning. And it's my fault too. It's hypocrite. And I laugh at beginning. But let's acknowledge together this is actually sad, okay? I
15 to 20 pages.
I agree with where you're coming from, but the problem with Chris-chan themselves is that this is a person that has had a lot of opportunities. And they're not completely gone, I don't think. But historically, Chris-chan has just always refused help and, like chat said, does malicious stuff like hitting that person with his car, or pepper spraying a GameStop employee, drawing porn of his friends. Like there's a limit. My opinion.
All I see is many documentation about him. He used internet to get to talk to. And sometimes internet can make you think different and act different. If you do something bad, like just like now at beginning, teach me Christian, everyone was like, yeah, do it, you know? And you get approval from internet, from someone that you never got approval before. You will affect your mentality and way you're acting, Pippa-chan. He grew up on internet from what I see. Of course he will have bad mentality if he gets approval for all he do.
Like chat said, he was doing stuff outside of the internet. Like he'd walk around his college campus, trying to pick up women and harassing women.
I don't know much about him.
Thank you very much for reading.
I definitely see where you're coming from.
Got him into her office and was like, "You can't do that. You need to stop." And
That's right there as well. The internet didn't help his mentality.
would not get a girlfriend. This was before anyway. And anyway, this was a devastating blow to Chris's heart level, which
Being racist before he was really racist. He was homophobic.
I kinda saw. You should be.
Yeah.
I saw Nutella face, Chris-san. You think? I did not saw clips. Like now, you should be.
Parents were the problem. I don't know if you can blame everything on parents.
It's just very sad situation. If his mom also had mental issue, and Chris-san had mental issue, it's just very bad combination of growing up in family environment, internet environment. I don't know nothing about friends, and nothing what he did. I'm not saying he not deserve go jail for what he did to mama, but I do hope jail give him treatment he never had properly, with scheduled medication and scheduled people take care of him, and tell him what was good and what actually was bad.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen in the U.S.
I don't know nothing about US. This is what I hope. And if it's not happening, I'm sorry.
And
I hope they would give that.
U.S. jail is like you get bed and you get food, but you also get bullied relentlessly by the people in charge, by the other inmates. You live a hard, grueling life, a lot of the time doing things like physical labor. You don't really get medical attention.
And the winner would get a trip to Redmond, Washington to go to the
The thing with jails, they're privately owned. A lot of them. US, so there's not a lot of incentive to provide the best care.
America, USA jail don't have two type jail for mentally special care and other type. The danger one is not two type. It's just all together. Or what? I don't understand.
There are some facilities like that, but there's not that many of them. And for the most part, people like this just kind of shoved with the rest of others, like the rest of everybody else.
He blamed the guy who won. The guy who did win the competition, he held a grudge against for a long time because he blamed him that he was still a virgin because he thought that if he had won.
Very few prisons are private. I thought it was most prisons are private.
Oh.
And they could have advanced their relationship. Hey.
Mental hospital closed a lot.
So yeah.
Most prisons are private. Percent are private? I'm getting a lot of mixed answers.
Maybe depend on location. I don't know.
The thing about Ivy, he was very infatuated with, even though he never saw her. He only ever saw drawings of her.
But on the bright side,
Personally, I think that
on the bright side, a lot of the stuff about Christian, it's not. I mean, it is kind of depressing when you think about it from the point of view of like people are watching like a mentally disabled person, like make a lot of bad decisions. But there are a lot of people that it's kind of like just trying to save a burning car fire from itself. Show her DSP. You can't feel bad for him. Have you ever heard of Darkside Phil?
Can you repeat? I'm sorry.
Have you ever heard of Darkside Phil?
Darkside what?
Darkside Phil.
Phil. Darkside Phil. No. What is? What is? Oxide Phil.
Oh, there's a down the rabbit hole on this guy. Well, Darkside Phil is an entirely mentally stable man.
Mentally stable.
Yeah, so we can bully him.
Teach me about the guy who yesterday, 2 days ago. You need to teach me about that guy. I don't know who is Terry.
Terry did. Okay, well, I can't show you that guy on stream.
Oh, you can't?
No. But I'll send you some videos.
Oh, okay.
But the more notable figure is his number of uploads and their frequency.
Hi.
Since 2008, he has uploaded tens of thousands of videos, usually 10 to 20 minutes long, and he still uploads more than a dozen.
Can't be shown on stream, Terry.
In addition to another channel where he
GSP Gaming, the king of hate blocks.
Terry was a good guy. Yeah, Terry was a really smart man. He was really smart.
Searching for him on YouTube, however, brings up far more.
And he was suffering from schizophrenia.
Compilations of his gameplay constructed to mock and tease him, while others offer commentary on what has gone wrong with his channel, implying
Him about Wings of Redemption. Oh my god.
Raptured fan base. He often is cited by other content creators as a negative example, though their reasons for doing so.
I don't really have a lot of empathy for Christian, but Terry, I feel genuinely bad for.
Everybody that isn't you, and people watch you rage. Like, do you want to be the fucking court jester? No, you don't.
I don't know Christian well because I only know from what Pippa Chan stream. Sometimes say. So today was actually first time explanation. There's so much information. And even I don't know if he's good guy or bad guy. Because too much information for me. But it is that story. Little bit.
And earned himself the title of the King of Hate.
So I don't know what to say.
Claims that this nickname was earned due to the
oh, this game! I like this game.
And because he
I used to play many this game.
Motivator, but other tournament goers
in arcade.
Yeah.
Claim that he received this nickname because of his bouts of rage, argumentative disposition, and poor conduct.
DSP, stop recording. No one gets the shit. Play. You can't hold up a tournament. One name for DSP to report this match is disqualified. Where am I playing? You still haven't told me.
This is a freak out from a tournament he was at.
According to himself,
He has a real bad attitude.
his available time and funds during this
Bad
period
attitude, that's me at a rage game.
in a game called Super Street
Oh, the audio's too low?
Fighter Turbo, traveling all across the East Coast to
Yeah,
attend
bad attitude
tournaments.
when I play
In
competition
2005,
game.
Philip decided that he
I'm
would
very
take out
toxic.
thousands of dollars in credit card
should
loans
see me
to
when I
attend
used to
the
play
Evolution
PUBG.
Championship Series,
I was
better
so
known as
toxic
EVO, an
in
event where
PUBG.
numerous tournaments for different fighting games would take place. By far, it is the largest of its kind. There, he would enter the tournament for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, where he would take 4th place underneath 3 Japanese players.
Well, he was pretty skilled, like in some things.
Latching onto this accomplishment, he quickly proclaimed himself the best Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo player in America, since no
If I
other
remember
American
correctly,
players had placed above him.
no one gave a
But
shit
other
about this
players in
game.
the community were unimpressed. This particular tournament used a special version of the game ported from the arcades onto the PlayStation game
PlayStation.
console, and this port was widely considered to be far less balanced and vastly
Played a broken
inferior
port.
for numerous reasons, including unresponsive controls and extremely problematic bugs. As such, many top-level competitors boycotted the tournament. One other
Boycott,
competitor,
what
Alex
does meaning?
Valle, had declared that he
It
was
means
going to
they
enter the tournament not
they're
out of a
avoiding it.
competitive
They
spirit,
don't
but
condone
to
it.
gatekeep other competitors whom he felt didn't deserve the prize money or prestige, but he was forced to cancel at the last minute due to work obligations. Despite the criticism toward the game and the event
Well,
itself,
basically, he got
Philip's pride was
first place,
inflated
'cause
by taking 4th place, and he
none of
began
the other top
touting his
players were
superiority
playing.
online and in interviews after EVO.
To disrespect the people that got top 8 at Evolution, to make excuses because it's on console, it's ridiculous. And it's unacceptable.
For 2 more years, he would compete in tournaments, but he never found success like he had at the 2005 EVO event. Most other high-level competitors saw his 4th place victory as a fluke due to the version of the game being played and the lack of other high-level competition.
But
his
honestly,
tournament
he's
results
not the
after
worst,
EVO
you know?
were seen to reflect
He's
his
pretty bad at
true
most
level of
games he
skill.
plays, but
You got some idiot named DSP.
that's
who's
me.
a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but this guy thought he was
Yeah, everyone hated him.
because he beat me and Choi in a game that was like
Oh,
it's like
he's
fucking Neo Geo conversion of
calling
Street Fighter or some
competitor?
crap, dude. And he
He's
was
being
so
mean
proud
to
that he
his
put under as a signature he's the
competition?
number 1 US ranked Super Turbo
Oh,
player
he's
that year.
trash.
But I mean, look at him now. I mean, he just
With his controversy fading, he too faded from the competitive scene.
Oh no. Oh, all-time YouTube 懐かしい。
2005 also had marked the year of YouTube's creation, and in 2007, just 2 years later, people began uploading videos of themselves playing video games while often adding their own commentary over their gameplay, a practice borrowed from internet forums. They also borrowed
Wait,
the
Mikan,
name
don't you have stream in 4 minutes?
Discovering this medium,
I don't
Philip
stream,
began
I'm
posting
using
his
phone
own
data
videos
because
onto
my
YouTube by
internet
pointing a
is
video camera at his
bad,
television
so
screen,
here is
then
schedule.
uploading the files onto YouTube on a channel under his typical
If I stream
pseudonym,
with phone
Darkside
data, I
Phil, in
will.
all undercase.
I will eat only rocks this month, so I don't want to.
Is it okay for you to be here then?
Yeah, I'm not streaming. It's not eating much data.
Side note, during this time, there were 2 acceptable practices for recording gameplay footage for a Let's Play. The first was to use what's called a capture
Oh,
card, a
yeah,
device
so
that
this
allows
guy-
video and audio to be recorded directly
This guy-
onto a computer from a video game console. A similar
What?
process could be done
He
with a
positioned the
camcorder.
camera up
The
to his
second was to
TV
simply point a
to
camera
record
at the screen
gameplay.
and use the built-in microphone to capture voice and gameplay.
And it
Of these
resulted in really
options, the
shitty
former
footage.
was far preferable, but
Oh,
viewing choices at
no.
the time were limited, and so some Let's Players used the latter method and found some success. Philip originally began creating videos
look at that!
he found inordinate popularity. Though he was admittedly terrible at many of the games he played, he often would play this off in a way that his viewers enjoyed, with off-color humor and a cocky personality. These viewers would often cite his authentic
don't know.
reactions as a reason for enjoying his content.
never played that.
Many others, however, considered his laugh
should
grating
play, it's
and his
amazing
humor
game.
obscene and dull, among other things.
I've heard of it.
A Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Come here. It looked like
Despite
Pepsi
this,
Man.
some of his videos would receive received tens of thousands of views, a very high number especially during that time, and he would regularly appear on the front page of YouTube with footage of new games. On September 9th, 2009, he also created a blog channel, which he called The King of Hate HD in all capital letters. This channel also began collecting considerable views on a small number of his frequent videos.
Cool channel, Pippa.
Philip's pattern for video production was mostly
I feel like I'm doing
consistent.
much right now.
He would play games in blocks of several hours, recording his playing session by placing a camera on a coffee table near the screen. Once he was finished playing, he would chop up the videos into approximately 10-minute segments and upload each of those segments onto his gaming channel individually. In April of 2010, Philip began
Isn't
to
this guy that
experience
didn't
the
pay his
first
friends for
signs
his
of
show?
trouble.
I don't remember.
Apparently, Ubisoft had seen
Pippa's
some
not a
of
reaction
Philip's
channel.
gameplay
Let's go!
cell conviction and complained to the YouTube administrators who promptly shut down his channel out of fear of litigation. YouTube then contacted
I don't really know what
Ubisoft
to
to
say.
verify the concern, but Ubisoft stated that they had made no such claim. In
Maybe-
fact,
maybe-
it had been an anonymous internet user who had created a false account in an attempt to shut down Philip's YouTube channel, at least for a time. Why they wanted this is uncertain, but the channel was
We can watch stuff like this off stream, and we can take notes and stuff.
Hi.
Probably end here anyway. I have stuff to do. Sorry.
Oh, you finished today. Okay. Do I live here? I live watch together?
Never leave me, Me-chan.
No, not posture. Watch together. Do I leave?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, okay. Hi. エルカちゃんにストリーミング、I saw.
Let's read Uruka.
うるレイド。私のメンバー。レロ、行くぜ。ウルカちゃん。ウルカちゃんに small brain at this type game, but she fantastic. So you should watch ウルカちゃん. She's an English member. So, if you're nice to ウルカちゃん, respect ウルカちゃん. You respect me, okay? はい。はい。
Sorry, my brain's fried. I'm still trying to get over the Oh, Berserk Rage, thank you for the 330. This was a cursed stream. Cursed Friday the 13th. Thanks, Pippa and Temma. You're welcome.
Welcome. どういたしました。
Didn't expect you to get super sympathetic to the Christian. It's making me rethink some things.
I just don't know internet culture well. America culture, I don't know yet. Well, I'm sorry. I like watch sweaty macho man movie America, but I don't know memes yet, so I don't know what consider yet funny or not funny. Hi. I learned many things today. Thank you very much, Pippa 先生。今日はありがとう。
I'm not sure I'm a very good teacher, but you're welcome.
You're okay. 5 out of 10.
What the hell? That's a 1 out of 2. I'll take it.
Pippa ちゃん好き。
Electric Fun, thank you for the dono. Snack a bit. And thank you for stopping by, Me-chan.
No, thank you. My voice chat. Have patience with me. Teach me. Okay. I don't know if this video stay up on your channel, but I know it will be up somewhere. はい。じゃあ、みんな様 Have nice weekend? Night!
Yeah.
Night! ピポちゃんお疲れ Good job today stream お疲れ様でしたじゃあバイバイじゃあねピポちゃんバイバイ
バイバイ
おつくりんじ
おつくりんじ I don't communicate enough with people, chat. I'm not used to people being like, whoa, man, what if you were the bully? Because what if I am the bully, chat? I don't know. I'm not very big brain, chat. Hit 10K twice in one stream. Let's go! Thank you, John Garrison. Thank you for the 10. No, like, I feel kind of justified not liking Christian because of, like, the immense amount of things that he's done. But then it's like, well, he is disabled. But how much of somebody's disability can be used to excuse decisions that you've made, you know? Ah, Mia-chan, thank you for stopping by. You didn't know that you're a bully. Shut up. I don't know. Oh, chat. Maybe we can have a deep introspection introspection stream. The complex situation. Can be, but it shouldn't be allowed either. Well, like, if something makes you unable to feel empathetic, then if you push somebody over, can it really be held to the same degree as somebody who, like, intentionally, maliciously pushes somebody over? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. See our own potential bad choices in Chris. Thank you, Thomas, for the dono. Oh. Can't just blame it as something or someone's fault. Tension that is one of the deciding factors. Oh, chat. We're gonna have a discussion about this. Deep thinking. It's a cursed topic. For now, I'll call it here. Call it here. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for stream. Puppy, thank you for the $2. The moral: don't give 12-year-olds 1K to spend on sick. Noodles win. I'll schedule the noodle stream. Schedule the damn noodle stream. Thank you guys, thank you guys. I just tuned in, saw you're out. Well, welcome to the stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, tomorrow. I'll read some names. .net, Derek, Wolfie, Jail710, Denied, Yandere, Caramel, Thomas, Chibbits, Jail710, Alex, Grant, Zero Potential, Sanaya, and Keaton, Duran, Max, Sleepy Fox, Skino, No Fun Zone, Grigori, Mana Wars, Dirio, Berserk Rage, Red9, Yandere, Yes, Renatus Lupus, Valiant, Bored Undead, Sausage Candle, Ein Hassad, Banana Cup, Nageki, Y'all Ain't Seen, Lilium Nose, Belfagor, Carlos, Ozone, Andres, Cheese, Kierden, Silly Goose, Star Tavira, John Garrison. Please keep this VOD up. I wouldn't. New, Giger, Arpo. I accidentally showed the company Discord. That was a big fuck up. But there's nothing like bad that goes on in there, so I don't see why it'd be an issue, you know? We don't discuss like, oh my god, Pippa, how could you do the thing? And everyone throws stones at me. No, that doesn't happen. We're really chill. Takano's here. You should be okay unless he bonked you. He sent me a Discord notification. I think it's fine. Cheers. Memma Frick, Gabri, Nageki, Akuya, Johnny Average. Thank you guys. Thank you for stopping by. How much grooming happens in it? Nothing happens. Nothing like that happens in the company Discord. You gotta go to the Pippa fan Discord for that. I'm in pain.